the Common Dog Podcast. Yeah, the Common Dog.
Hello, and welcome to the Common Dog Podcast. I'm your host, Laura Donnell, and I have with me Anne, who is my senior supervisor here at the Common Dog, with her dog, Charlie, and of course, JB, my general manager. Welcome. Our topic today is the dogs we can't forget. So, lots of dogs, so many dogs. We've been doing this for a really long time. You and I became associated with the Common Dog in 1999. You became associated with the Common Dog. You can't remember the year. You want to say?
97?
No, he bought it in 99.
I'll be here 19 years in November.
Dog hair.
My dog? Yeah, 19 years we figured out this upcoming November.
Oh, okay. So, long time.
Long time.
And you came on board when I was doing dog training on the side, but I didn't work for the Common Dog. I was an independent trainer at that point. But I started with the Common Dog because I trained under Patty Burns and Chris Murphy, the former owner of the Common Dog. So, but today we're talking about the dogs that we can't forget. Some of these dogs we can't forget because we love them so much and they just own such a piece of our heart. And then some of these dogs we can't forget because they're unforgettable in so many ways.
But we still love them.
We still love them. I mean, even the troublemakers, we still very much love. So we were going to start out with talking a little bit about a dog that's close to Anne's heart, Brian.
Well, it's funny because when I called you and we were talking about the dogs that we can't forget, I was like, dogs like, and she goes, Brian. And I go, yep.
Brian.
He was the first one that came to mind.
So tell a story about Brian.
So
Chocolate
Brian
lab.
was a chocolate lab, beautiful dog, but
He used to come in on the bus.
he used to come in on the bus.
Used to
That's
come in
right.
on the
I
bus.
did forget that. He would get into everything humanly possible. He would tip over the barrels in the yard and go in the barrels. He'd take stuff off the
To
fence.
eat the poop.
To eat the poop.
To eat the poop. He would go up to the barrel and take his nose and
Open it.
shove open the barrel, because all of our barrels have closed tops, and he'd shove the top open
Tip it over.
and dive into it to eat shit.
He would knock the scoop out of your hands.
Yeah.
He'd go, what?
And then try to eat whatever was on the pooper scooper.
Yep.
And then he would barrel into the prep kitchen.
So we have, by code, we have doors the handles that, can go up or down, right? Rather than a doorknob. Well, Brian figured that out.
Open them.
Yep.
He figured out how to open them.
Yep, and he would grab any food that was on the shelf.
Well, then he'd play the catch me if you can game around
In and out of
the
the
shelving
shelving.
units,
Yep.
in and under the shelving units. But we would know, I could hear it from my office up here. I'm all the way across the building, different floor, and I could hear Ann go, Brian! It was that, Brian! Because he once again was either in a poop barrel, knocked the pooper scooper out of her hand, or had gotten into the kitchen and was trying to eat everybody's food.
Yep, and when you finally caught him, and he would sit down,
He'd have shit all over his face.
He would be wagging his tail like this
He's like
is
the
the
greatest
best
game
ever.
He's
This
like
is so much fun.
He was
So smart.
though.
He was
That
one of the
problem.
best behaved dogs once you got him on a leash.
Yeah.
Once you caught him and got him on a leash, he's the best behaved dog like ever.
He was
I remember
wonderful.
his mom
used to put treats up the steps onto the bus.
to get him to come up on the bus, because this dog, she was one of the brightest women. I don't know where she is anymore. She's an attorney, but she was one of the brightest women. But this dog did not listen to her
At all.
At all.
Nope.
At all. I remember he would be dragging her down the sidewalk in Charlestown trying to get to the bus. And I mean, literally, sometimes actually dragging her. Like he had knocked her over and she was holding on to the leash. It was horrific.
He was strong.
And he wasn't huge.
He wasn't big.
No, but he was
strong,
probably
and
a
he was
80,
determined.
85
Whatever
pound
he
lab.
was doing, he was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Whatever it
Yeah.
He
was.
did whatever,
Yep.
whatever he wanted here. He was a beautiful dog, and like I said, once you got him on a lead, got him to sit, he would look you dead in the eye and just be wagging his tail. Like,
I did it. I got what I wanted.
I
It was
did
worth it. He was
Brian.
such a brat.
Yeah.
The other dog you mentioned was Eliza. She was a little
King Charles.
King Charles Spaniel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I remember.
Mom used to come to all the Halloween parties.
Yes.
Yes.
She was wicked cute.
Yeah, and she would.
Eliza was
Eliza was
adorable.
just the most beautiful
Adorable.
dog, and she was a queen. She was absolutely very much a queen.
Yes.
While she was here.
Absolutely.
Well, King Charles Spaniel, that's what they're.
Yeah.
That's their
Yeah,
MO.
but she was.
really pretty dog.
She was a really pretty dog and
pretty.
very, very sweet and really just loved by everybody.
Absolutely.
And then I think Mom moved away.
Yeah, she did.
I think
was
she
an
moved
attorney
away.
too or something.
Yeah,
I think so.
some
I think
sort of
sort of-
professional end where work took her somewhere else,
I
or
believe
she
him.
retired. She might have retired.
She might have. Yeah.
Can't remember.
Eliza was just adorable.
And she was such a good dog.
She was good.
She made
and
the
she
cutest
never was
little
a
noises,
problem.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was
She
was
gave
really
wonderful little kisses, and she was just so gentle and sweet.
Really, really cute.
Truffles.
Truffle-
You were like, we need to talk about truffles.
I love truffles. I tried to get them to come back.
What
when
kind
we
of
started
dog?
He was he's a Boston Terrier. They I think they moved away or something. So I was trying to get them to come back with structured daycare. But Truff had a biting problem.
He had not that that's ever not a problem.
Yeah.
He would bite.
He would
It
bite.
wasn't. I like the
And,
biting problem.
You know, he was scared. He was a very scared dog, and he just bit out of fear because he didn't know what the heck.
You
was
love
going
that
on.
dog so
I did too.
much.
I have.
Everybody was like, "It's okay. He doesn't bite hard."
And we loved that dog, and I took him for that board and train. We talked about it.
Like, guys, he's biting
One
like
of the recent
hard.
podcasts, I said this was the dog I almost sent home because I couldn't connect with him.
Yeah.
And I sobbed on the floor because he finally came in my lap. I was so upset. I was like so happy that he did that. But I have like one of those picture frames, those like digital picture frames.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me holding
Truffles.
I have that picture. That is one of my favorite pictures. My hair was still bright.
The owners
purple.
are just amazing people too.
wonderful.
He was a
I'm sure they
sweet
still are.
dog. You know, he's just, he's a little like nutty.
Yep.
They're all a little nutty.
He had
but
one ear down. He did. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
Cute as ever.
So cute. Oh my
he
goodness.
was adorable, but that picture is one of my favorite pictures. It'll pop up every once in a while.
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
him.
Remember Sal?
Savvy Sal.
Savvy Sal. Now, what
Sal.
breed was he?
He was a Basenji.
Basenji. He was a black Basenji. You don't see
black
a
and
lot
tan,
of
black
black
and
and tan Basenjis. He
Oh,
was.
really?
And he was. Well, yeah. Wait a minute. I'm
No,
thinking
you're
of.
thinking of-
I'm thinking of a corgi or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, or not a Basenji. What are the ones that are?
They look like the.
They're cats.
Shiba's.
Shiba Inu. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. No, he was a Basenji. Dad
Also
was
very
amazing.
cat-like.
Dad was like.
He was.
There was nothing his dad would not, Sal's dad would not have done for him. I mean, this dog was so spoiled.
amazing,
But he
yeah.
bit you, and he bit me.
Yeah, he did.
he bit you in a similar spot.
shins.
He got us both in the shins, like through our jeans.
Our jeans didn't rip
Like
the
a
jeans,
spot,
but we got
right
the
into
right
the-
in the shin.
And it was so hard. We did not want to get
We put up so many little barriers of like, okay, if we do this, he'll be all right. Or if we do
Do this,
this, we found every reason to turn a blind eye. I mean, he grew out of daycare. He had, he's sort of, he'd had enough, and to use your analogy, didn't want to go to the bar anymore and hang out with people. He, was kind of becoming a grumpier old man and was like, yeah, I'm sort of done with this.
He was really cute.
We found every reason to keep him for way longer than we should have.
did.
Way longer than we
the
should
one
have.
time I was squatting in the littles room, and he came up and sat in my lap.
And
I
you
was
were like, oh, Sal gave me affection.
I was like, guys, oh my God, look,
Mark this on the calendar.
I won.
And other dogs that were here for a long time that didn't always follow all the rules. One of your favorites.
Harley the Beagle.
He
So
is.
Harley was the first dog I ever yelled at here.
The first dog.
First
Definitely
dog.
not the last.
Definitely not the last. First dog I ever had to like correct or anything like that. He had gotten a piece of tape in his mouth. Nobody knew where it came from because that was Harley. Like
Yeah.
he would find anything.
He's a beagle.
He's a beagle, so he would just get anything. But he was one of my favorite dogs, and still I
Forever.
loved him. I still love him.
Well, he passed. but-
Yeah, and he also one day I was working here for 3 months.
The story's hysterical. I don't know if you know.
I had him on my lap, which is against the rules.
Totally against the rules.
Yes.
Mark that.
I was like, "What's wrong, buddy?" He didn't look so good. There was no warning, no nothing. He just shamated all over my lap.
Yep.
And
I don't think I knew this story.
you know that? And Anne
No.
came downstairs.
Shamit is when a dog eats shit and then vomits. It's called we call it shamit.
Anne came downstairs and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to go home on my break." And she goes, "Go home now." And I was like, "Okay," because I just started here. I was like, "I don't know what to do. I'm poop on me pants."
All over.
No, it's so much worse than poop.
It is.
Yeah.
Shamit is the worst thing on the planet
to this
because shit
day-
smells bad enough, but then it's got stomach, gastric juices, and
You'll hear it come up,
Disgusting.
and then you're just like,
It comes from
we
the
all
soul.
look at each other and we're like, which one's
Run!
closest? Because you're getting it.
right. We're all like, I have to
Out of here.
leave.
Somewhere.
Take one for the team. Yeah, you hear it rumbling.
One dog we didn't add to this was his teammate in life was Bellafin. She used to knock down the task list that they had,
And
that
they
we
would
had in the
chew
yard,
it
and
up.
he would shred it to bits every time. So, we
So
stopped
his
having it.
owners loved him so much, they got kicked out of their apartment
'Cause he was like Beagle
in
and he was
Charlestown or wherever because he wouldn't stop barking. He kept, doing that baying that beagles do, and they had police complaints that the police literally came to them, and so the town said, "You either have to get rid of your dog or move," and they moved.
They bought a
They
house.
did. They bought a house out in the country, and Harley was forever happier.
They were wonderful people.
Oh,
I
I'm
love
sure they
these
still are
people.
wonderful
They're
people.
So wonderful people.
Yep.
And their kids and everything. They
They're
were just,
twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twins.
Little
That's
girl,
right.
little boy.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah, yeah. So, and then
Tracy
there
and
was Charlie Sussman.
Yes.
He was a hound as well.
Did the bus.
Coonhound?
He's
Bloodhound? Coonhound?
he's sort of a coonhound, yeah, kind of thing. He had the largest penis of any dog.
ever seen.
Like it was,
was
to
wild.
this day.
It was.
I'm like,
It was.
it's just unbelievable. It was truly unbelievable. The largest penis on any dog I've ever seen. Actually, largest penis on pretty much most mammals that I've encountered.
It was something that you couldn't help. You noticed it.
You just couldn't look away.
It was just like, oh
And
wow.
he was the sweetest boy.
The
sweetest
sweetest
dog
boy.
with the
Oh
biggest
my
ears.
goodness.
He was
And the biggest
great.
penis.
Yeah. He was such a good boy.
biggest penis, biggest penis. You know, what are you gonna say?
Oh,
Yep,
I loved
yep.
him.
He was a doll.
He was a sweet boy.
Did I get
Very
a spot?
sweet. God, he found a itchy
Yeah.
spot.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
big
good spot.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to come on the bus and he would just go, woo,
Yeah,
For
gotta
like
love those
the-
hounds.
the
He was
bang.
great.
Yep. So Frida.
Oh yeah, well Frida was also one of
Harley's friends.
friends too, the beagle. The owners would call Harley Psycho.
Yeah,
They
that was his
wrote-
name on his food bin.
They wrote.
No, we
his-
did.
wrote-
That was they picked it,
they
not
picked
us.
it, not
They
us.
literally wrote Psycho on his
Yeah.
food bin.
So they would always joke and say they wanted to write like a
book.
kid's book about
Yeah.
Charlie and Frida because Frida was blind.
Yep.
So they would say Psycho and Blind
Blind
Dog.
Dog, yeah.
And so that was what we referred to them all the time. Frida used to just come up behind you and just bop you
Yeah.
all the time for
She
affection.
was sweet too.
She was like she was a border collie.
Yeah.
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 She was so
She
sweet.
was really sweet. Yeah, she was completely blind, if I'm correct.
Completely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was
And
completely
like
blind.
so well rounded. Like
Yeah.
she was
like
great.
Nothing
She-
ever
yeah.
got her hackles up. She
No.
was always really chill.
No,
They
yeah.
loved each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Hampton?
Yes.
He was a boxer
He
mix.
loved me.
He loved everybody except
You.
me. I don't understand. I never did anything to this dog. He was a big boxer mix, and he used to come in on the bus.
He was beautiful.
You would have to put him on.
And I would drive the bus a lot in the morning. And he'd come in, and when on the bus, every dog had to be harnessed for safety reasons into a seat. And so Hampton, would come in and I'd get him from the dad, and I'd bring him down, and I'd put him on the last seat because I wanted him as far away from me as possible. My face would be right there, like right next to him, and he would just be like, "Arr!" And I'm like trying to put on his harness, just praying that he doesn't eat my face off.
Yeah. It was
And
bad. That was
he
bad.
was just hated me for no reason. Like from day one,
So
I was
funny.
just
He was the sweetest.
evil.
He really was.
Like everybody else was really sweet to everybody else. I would come in the yard and he would stalk me.
Yeah.
He would just be like, I hate her. For no reason. I never did anything to this dog. Never once. Never did anything. But the reverse of that is Cato.
Oh, yeah.
Murphy's big shepherd.
Loved you and you don't know why.
I walked in. It was the first time I'd ever met Cato. I walked in, and Cato just decided he was in love with me.
Yeah, you couldn't even come in the yard.
I couldn't come in the yard. He would try to climb up over the fence,
to get to you.
or if he was in a condo. Remember, if he was in a condo, he would try to climb up out of the condo if I walked by and scream.
It was bad.
Like, and then when I tried to appease him, right? I tried to appease him by petting him and giving him some attention, giving into it. He would claw me to like try to get into my skin. It was, and just shove in his face, and it was insane. And I'd never met this dog. So one dog I'd never met hated me to the high heavens the entire time. He never ever not hated me. He never gave up on it. And Cato, we finally had to tell Chris Murphy that I'm like, your dog can't go here anymore. I can't walk anywhere in the building.
No.
Like it was insane.
And there was no, like you said, you had never met him. You had
Never
never
met
given him anything, and he just
Never given him the
just
time of day.
decided you were his favorite person.
Favorite person, and psychotically so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? I mean, there's like loving, and then there's I need to be inside your skin.
Yeah.
He was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Never had a dog that was like
He
that
had a
with me
tilted head,
necessarily.
and one of his ears was sideways. Yeah.
Well, Harley
Yeah.
the Dane tries to.
She's gotten better though.
Not with me.
No, I thought she was
beats
better with
me
you.
up.
Oh,
Beats her up.
those are love taps.
They are. They love that. They hurt really bad because she's what 100.
140.
40?
I don't know what she is.
She's a
actually.
big girl.
I think we weighed her at one point when
Yeah.
she boarded.
But she
Big
loves
girl.
me to death.
I mean, she's
I
a
have
Dane Mastiff mix,
Yeah,
so
I have
she's
to
huge.
She's a
wait
big girl.
it out
Yeah,
with her
yeah.
until she calms down, and then I can go pet her. But even still, I gotta like
Yeah, keep her
linebacker
at an
a
arm.
little bit
Linebacker,
until she
yep.
gets over it a little
Yep,
bit.
yep. Remember Go-Go? You don't remember
I don't
Go-Go.
know.
Yes. I
Go-Go
remember Go-Go.
his dad was Korean, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
What kind of dog was it?
Collie.
Big collie.
Oh, I remember you guys talking about
Collie.
this dog.
Yeah. So Go-Go, Dad only spoke Korean, and we had to look up how to say, no, sit, stay in Korean because the dog
You
didn't.
didn't have me at that time.
I know, right? Exactly. She takes Korean. So, because she wants to be able to order her food in style. So I don't know. But Go-Go was the word in Korean was "bo" to say no. Bo. So we would all try to say it in this stupid Korean accent. I don't know what we were doing.
I don't have it.
He was the sweetest guy, but he never wanted to leave. And I'm sure he loved his dad. And his dad loved him so much,
oh my
but he
gosh.
never wanted to go
No.
home. It was just like, I'd never want to leave Disneyland. I want to stay here all the time. I felt so bad. And his dad was like, I don't know why he doesn't want to come,
he did
in
not
broken
wanna.
English. He did not, never ever wanted to leave.
No.
I
Ever.
think Lucy does that too.
Lucy
now.
M.
Which?
M.
Lucy M?
Well, Lucy Golden M.
Golden M, yes.
yeah,
Because
that's
there's,
right.
right.
They're
There's,
like
there's
Lucy
a
M.
queen.
M's.
But
A lot of
she-
Lucy M's.
She does that to her mom. She just drops.
I try not to say hi to her now when she's getting ready to go home because she just drops to the floor and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Remember Sabina?
Beans.
Oh, we love
Well,
Beautiful German Shepherd.
gorgeous.
Beans.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. And the greatest mom on the planet.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
she was wonderful.
Oh my god.
I'm sure she still
Beans
is.
was like when I started.
Didn't Beans hate an employee?
Yes.
Like the Hampton thing, for no apparent reason.
think-
Patty,
yeah,
wasn't
yes.
it Patty?
Patty.
She
Yeah.
used to run
But
up
that-
to her into the corners.
And bark at her,
She
barking
was
like,
barking.
like the
She-
barking bite.
So
And for no
Sabina-
reason. Like,
Sabina used to circle you.
she was
and
a
she would
stalker.
just bark at you.
Yeah. And then she
Around
would run away.
Right, and
Yeah.
everybody used to like. They used
She
to
would
warn
run.
me.
You turn around and bang your feet, and she would like take off,
Yeah.
and then she'd come back even quicker.
I loved Beans.
I think
when
she
I
was
started,
so
people
great.
warned me about her, and they were like, "Hey, she's like kind of
Questionable.
questionable." And yeah, Beans would she would circle and she would bark.
Yeah.
And there was certain people that she did it to the most.
What was that?
That
Yeah.
they hated it and she
I know.
knew it and she was like, "This is the funnest day of my life." But I used to at the beginning.
I love to torture people.
Yeah, I used to at the beginning. I thought it was like aggression, right? Because I didn't know any better.
Right.
But eventually, I figured out
She looked a little
she was-
scary when she did it, though.
Oh,
if you
dude,
didn't know.
That was big
yeah,
mouth,
full
big
blown
teeth. She was a
German
big
Shepherd.
shepherd.
She was bored as hell.
Yeah.
She was bored
It
as
was a
hell.
game.
So when she would do it, I would start playing with her, and then she stopped like being so weird about it. But she was funny. She would get in. There was one fight that happened that she got in between my legs, and then Kaylee was behind her, and I was like, "This is where I die."
Time of death.
Oh my god! And she's in between my legs. I'm trying to get the dog
Yeah.
that's like the two dogs that
Oh.
are fighting, and she's right in between. I was like, "Ah!"
Miss Kaylee. Oh,
And then
favorite
Kay.
dog. Miss Kay and Zoe. Miss them. I miss Kaylee. I loved Zoe too, but I miss Kaylee every day.
I've talked to Linda about it. I connected with Zoe way more than Kaylee was like the epitome of perfect dog.
Just literally a dog. So when we, especially back in the beginning, when we did temperament tests, we would choose a dog that was super neutral, but would give a correction when push came to shove. And Kaylee was the epitome of that dog. And we used her on every temperament test.
Yeah,
Right.
we did.
And then Linda retired, and so she wasn't going to be able to send them as much.
Yeah.
And so I said, no, Kaylee can come for free for the rest of her life. You never have to pay again. Very good businesswoman here.
But we
I
needed her.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the
we would
idea of
stick her
not
in a-
having her-
I know. We would stick her in a yard,
Right.
and the dogs were going nuts. Just her being in the
Just her
yard
being there.
settled the dogs down. She was like perfect.
Yep.
She was
But Zoe, like, we had Zoe on the podcast
Yeah, we've had Zoe
like-
on the podcast
Yep.
before.
2 to 3 months.
Such a wonderful
right-
success story.
right before she
I know.
passed away, and she was like of the two of them. I
Right.
connected with Zoe. She was like
I
loved her.
carried Zoe into the park. When Linda first got her, she was so terrified of the world. She'd been really abused in her life. And so Linda adopted her because Linda is
it was Kaylee's
literally an angel on the
half-sister.
earth. And is Kay's half-sister.
and she loved Kaylee so much.
And she was just afraid of air. Zoe was afraid of air and wouldn't move. So I picked her up, and she didn't bite me or anything because she was just like frozen and terrified. And we worked with her, and she got so much better. Linda was amazed with how much we were able to bring her out of her
People
shell.
that came in to work
Yep.
here. She was.
And their pairing of there was 2 other dogs. So Kay and Z used to come pretty much every single day when Linda was still working.
Right?
I think she was 5 days a week, and then
Yeah, thereabouts, yeah.
Bear and Mitten
Baron Mitten.
were 5 days a week as well.
Yeah.
And so we separate siblings because
They can get a pack mentality.
they can
and
team up on each
tag
team, on
yeah.
dogs. They can get
play too
possessive
rough with
of
each other,
you know.
where other dogs are like, "What are you doing?"
So, Bear was always in the back. Zoe was always in the back.
Yeah.
Mitt was always in the front.
Kay was always in the front.
And they would both pairs would sleep together all the time.
Yeah.
Because they had just been around each other for years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So they hung out together all the time. And Bear and Mitt, like,
They were like step siblings.
yeah, it was funny. But Bear and Mitt were like 2 Doberman mixes. They were litter mates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Well,
well.
we just lost them recently.
Lost them recently too.
So
But
great parents too. Oh my
They're
gosh,
wonderful
parents
people.
that would
Wonderful.
salt of the earth.
wonderful people.
Wonderful people.
Absolutely.
So speaking of other shepherds though, like Beans, Missy, remember Missy?
Missy McDonald.
Yeah. Again, I mean, all of
Yeah.
all of our clients are amazing.
Trish.
Trish is just
You still talk
Trish
to
Malika
Trish.
is just
Yeah, we talk to
amazing.
Trish.
So Missy, I loved
Yeah.
She
Missy
was
so
another one
much.
that would give the best corrections to the dog.
She
Yeah.
was.
The
I was
best.
always joking. I'm going to put a
She
common
would.
dog shirt on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A what?
Be like, I was.
She was a little bit of a, she took her job seriously, a little too seriously sometimes as the policeman of the yard.
Yeah. She
She
literally.
did our job for us half the time. She would correct the puppies.
Yeah.
She did
Yep.
She did go a little too much sometimes, but it wasn't frequent. But they listened to her because
Yep.
she's scary when she's
Oh, yeah.
She was
She's
a
another
big
big
girl.
girl, another
She
big
was
shepherd.
so calm. She loved the hose.
Love the water.
She loved the water
Loved
park.
it.
She would
Yeah.
she would pounce on the water park
Yeah.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knew it was there.
There's a
She would turn
button
it
that
on.
makes the water start
out.
to
Yeah.
turn on and then spray everywhere, and she figured that out.
Yep.
And she would go step on it
Yeah, she did.
and make
She
the
did.
water park
She
go.
was hysterical, but she was one of when we unfortunately one of the dogs passed. It's always two like we always end up losing the client as well. And Trish is one of them that we were just like, oh no.
Yeah.
She's
we
still-
would,
but
we would
she's
get
still-
stuck talking
she's still-
to her. I'd stay here
She would
after
come
7 o'clock.
Well, she would
sometimes
come to
with
pick
her.
up Missy right around 7,
Right.
and you had to talk, and yeah, we would sit, and it would be 7:30,
And then Missy was just
7:40.
like, "Are we going?"
She would look at Trish like,
She
Mom,
was.
come on.
She was. She'd ask Missy, like, is it time to go? Yeah.
So she would just lay down. It's
Yep.
just like, yeah, there's no use. I'm just gonna lay
Lay
there until
down.
Mom's ready to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then her neighbor has Rocky, who still comes here, who's
Yeah.
a husky.
A husky, yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa.
so they're fun. They're
Yeah.
they're wonderful people.
Trish still comes by.
Yeah,
Trish
she
visits
still
us,
comes
pops
by,
in.
says
I keep
hi.
in touch with her. You know, I lived in the same neighborhood as them for a little while, so I
that's
did trick
right.
or treating in their at their house. It was really funny. My husband, who's not the biggest dog guy,
Mine isn't either.
Missy ran right up to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, hey."
Hey.
This big German Shepherd. You're like,
She's
oh my
friendly.
gosh.
And he's like, she like licked his face. He's like, well, buy me dinner first, I guess. Trying to make a joke, but he was just like kind of freaked
A little
out.
freaked
A
out.
little scary.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of dogs that we miss. There's the Brutus and Matilda,
Matilda and
Penelope and Dipsy. Remember
Dipsy.
Dipsy? I remember Patty working with Dipsy.
Dipsy Doodle.
She would not go in their car. They started as a training client.
gosh.
Dipsy would not go in the car, and they stood there for like a half an hour. And then Patty was like, "Enough!" And she just put Dipsy in the car and closed the door. And she's like, "That's it. That's what you have to do."
I remember in the old building.
that was what happened
seeing-
with Brian with
I
the
know.
bus. She
Yeah.
was like putting the treats up. I was like,
Just give me the dog. Well, and who was the dog that we went out to Charlestown? The dog wouldn't go in the car for her. That's recent.
I don't remember.
At Monument, and we met her, and the dog wouldn't go in the car, and I grabbed the leash and just put the
Went
dog
right
in the
in the
car,
car.
went right in. It's so poor clients. I feel so bad when things like that
Wow.
happen.
And they're like, I swear to God. And I'm like,
And then I'm like, no charge, because it was what, 30 seconds?
Dipsy was part of the corner.
Yeah,
The old-
Dipsy
She
was
was
a
the
corner
corner.
girl.
She was
Yep.
part of the old
Yeah.
dog corner. Of
Yep.
She
her.
had a long life, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah,
She
she
was like
lived
14,
really.
15
I think it
years,
was
if I'm
might even
correct.
older
It
than
was,
that.
It was her. It was Griff. It was
Griffin, Maxie.
it
Oh,
was
Maxie Fodias.
Frau.
What do we call her? Queen Bee.
Queen
Maxie
Bee.
Queen Bee.
Queen Bee.
Yep.
Frau.
Another dog that probably shouldn't have been in a group, but we loved her so much. We were like,
She was-
oh,
she
she's
was
fine.
really-
Just don't move really fast near her.
Just don't. Keep her away from the puppies.
Keep her away from the puppies.
Yep.
But
Yeah, we had
it was them,
Remember Brutus?
Frau.
Brutus is the biggest bulldog
Bulldog.
to this day I've ever met.
Yeah, he was cool.
Love
I
his
really
dad
liked him.
too. And his dad, didn't his dad end up
With Matilda.
adopting Matilda?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where they share. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Matilda was here like 2 weeks ago or something.
It's been a bit.
It hasn't been a minute.
That's it.
But
And then
Matilda used to beat up Brutus.
It
Well, I
was
have a
just
great picture of Matilda and Penelope.
Penelope.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful
Such a
picture of
beautiful.
them.
Penelope. I don't know why.
Pen Pen. I just always called her Pen Pen. Pen
Pen.
Pen.
But yeah, and then that corner had Frau.
Oh, Frau.
Frau is
Yeah.
an Entelbucher. Which
Nobody
is
knows what that
very,
is.
No,
very,
I still can't
very
pronounce
rare
it.
breed. We had one.
I always forget it. I'm like, it's a
Echo
starts with
Bucker.
a
Echo
something
Bucker,
Bucher,
Echo
Puker, something. I don't know.
We've had two since then though.
I know.
Echo
We
Bucher.
never ever saw another Entelbucher the entire time Frau came here, which
Yeah.
was more than a decade.
Yeah,
Cody, right?
Cody.
Cody.
Yeah,
And Millie?
And yeah, yeah. And
Millie?
Cody just recently moved for a little while, but he'll be back.
Oh,
at
okay.
some
Mom
point,
was
but-
having a baby. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. But they'll be back. But
I remember
he's very
Frau. We have
similar.
a video of Frau escaping one of the suites because it has two doors. There's a top door and a bottom door, right? And somebody left the top
It
door.
was- have you seen it?
I never saw
It's
that.
hilarious.
But that, and then I think there was also
She
like,
crawled up and escaped.
And kept turning around and watching the camera as she did
she
it.
was a bus dog.
She was a bus dog, but she had to ride up front
Right
behind the driver because she would go at every other dog that
on the bus.
came on
Yep.
the bus. But once everybody was on the bus,
She was
was
fine.
fine.
she was fine. But
bark
she
at
would
anybody
sit
that
under
walked
the
past the
seat,
door.
remember?
Yeah, she
And then
was
she got really nice when she got old.
Yeah, she got.
Then she got really sweet. She became senile and became sweet.
But she was like only able to be like It was only me that could clip her nails. I think for the longest time, she loved our late night guy. That
Yeah.
did the night bus.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
And when we used
Well,
to get
he
the-
loved her. Like
loved her.
she owned his heart.
Yeah, we used to get tips on the bus,
Yeah.
and Frau's owner
Would give
Children.
Bob.
a
It was
dollar.
Bob.
Yeah, he
was
would
Bob.
give just
Bob.
$1 more to Bob every single
Yeah.
time because he was Frau's
Frau's favorite.
and it was wonderful. I love Frau. She was
Frau.
She
And nobody called her Frau. It was always Frau.
She
Why
was
we had to say it?
hysterical. She used to bark and spin, remember?
She used
Yes.
to bark and spin.
Yeah, she used to bark and
She used to
spin.
break out of the harnesses all the time.
She would get away from Dad. There was more than one occasion that
had a
she would
prong.
escape from Dad
She had a
and run
prong,
through
a choke
Boston
chain, and a flat collar,
Yep.
if I'm correct, yeah.
Yeah, and a harness.
for the bus.
For the
Yep.
bus.
And she still
She would get
got away from
everything.
Dad.